circle. I guess time is definitely on their side.
However, they're getting ready to push points this time.
Avoid it.
One on where to point this thing.
Okay, now Casper with home shot, but he goes onto ARF. Mostly goes down. Casper is down. It's going down. Oh, let's get ARF to 5 elimination points. Make that 6 motivation as well.
Good job with that. Very well coordinated attack up against us. Throwing in a lot of things to weaken the defense. And
Bullseye on the inside. He sees Marvin. Does he really play? Where is that? And yes, he's just dead. As Casper up into the ground. How Brazy comes in. And now. Yeah, 35. But oh, how did it not see? He got blown over by. Erangel is done. Now, the last 2 games will be played inside Miramar. This is the Ruthless Esports Invitational Showdown Asia Season 3. And we're still here with you. My name is Eric Clark, together with the wonderful Red Queen Gaming. 2 more rounds to go to wrap up the stage.
We've seen some pretty nerve-wracking action during the previous matches, and I can't wait to get some more, Sir Cloud, considering, again, that we are jumping into not just 1 Miramars, but 2.
Yes, 2 Miramars back to back. Well, our bottom 4 teams are still the same. DBD, Box Gaming, Infinity, and Mob GPX. So 2 more rounds to go for them to seek their way out of the bottom 4. But just a little bit of a recap for a lot of you guys who just joined us. We started the day with Udo Alliance getting the chicken dinner. Then we have, well, BTR Red Villains with the chicken dinner. And we have Boom Esports previously with their own chicken dinner. Now, the last 2 rounds of this. We gotta start with the predictions as usual.
Okay. Alright, let me just check which of the teams will be playing right now. So, Miramar, it's going to be groups A, C, and A, C, and D. Okay, here we go. Okay, my prediction would be... Okay, so Boom Esports did win a chicken dinner during match 4, and the last time it was a Genesis. Or, no, this is... Okay, I'm looking at Boom Esports. Okay, for my team prediction, I will have to lock in RQ this time. I feel like they have something to prove just before we end the playoffs, so RQ.
Okay, Group E is playing, right, this time? Yeah, so with Group E playing, I'm going to put in Genesis Esports. My boys from the Myanmar region, they're going to come up with something as they want to stay away from the drop.
Okay, these are like something new for all of us. We're not really going for the hard-killing machines that we have inside the accomplishment. We're actually pushing for what we feel or who's going to win. So, we can't wait to start our Miramar match and to find out just if Sir Cloud's going to get right or Red Queen's going to get it right this time for our 4th match. Again, within the biggest map in the competitive scene, which is the Desert Miramar.
Oh, here we go. Miramar it is. Ooh, okay, so since we're coming to Miramar, keep your eye on to the 2 key areas. San Martin and Picado. Again and again and again and again.
Match number 4. So with also 7 elimination points. So that is not a bad team prediction at all. But you know what? I'm gonna hang in with my boys RRQ.
Okay, RQ it is. Page 1 versus page 2 as we get into our flight path. 2 more rounds to go before we wrap up the day, and we'll find out who our bottom 4 who will be eliminated from tomorrow. Flight path is going to start on the left side just beside El Pozo, going to end at the areas of Impala, and that also means that San Martin and Picado is very well reachable.
Oh yes, and it's just right there in the middle. So against Sir Cloud, just like what you said, I think we'll be looking at San Martin. I feel like this is where the first battle will commence, and we can see Boom Esports has already jumped, from the plane, and will probably head on, if I'm not mistaken, Ruins Park. Right, so Genesis, together with the boys coming from RRQ, is heading a little bit onto the northern side, but Team Infinity, DBD, as well as some of the players from FaZe, I can see them going a little bit onto the south side.
Okay. Gee, could have a good start. Okay, no, Boss Game is going to challenge them. So that's going to be their first challenge here. As we kind of expect, there will be an early fight there. Picado, as usual, there will be two teams. So we got BN United and FaZe Clan. And for the other areas, looks like it's going to be clear for now. But gee, starting off well with Zai getting the first blood.
Yeah, I can see that, one player coming from Box is already knocked down. And Namcute seems to be the only player right on this side of town, so I don't think it's gonna do him good because Genesis Esports, they know where he is at, and probably they will push that one player because, well, they all have the advantage and they would want to go for the weakest link.
Oof, yes, and they know they have the advantage. You can see Smile having a smile on his face, just charging onto Namcute, and he will be at the forefront. Now, he has an M16. It's going to be on burst mode, very likely. His other weapon, I don't think it's one of those favorite weapons. But for Namcute, well, okay, he has a UMP, which is pretty decent. But Master Ichi just behind Smile, and I guess he's waiting for Ichi to join him so that they don't get caught off. But Namcute, he knew that was coming.
Oh yeah, so that was a good spot, from Namcute. Good anticipation right there coming from Box Gaming. So, that puts a little bit of a pause onto the side of Genesis Esports because one of their players actually got knocked down by Namcute over here. So I do think that they will be pushing as soon as possible. But Sai would want to, of course, keep tabs on where Namcute will be heading.
Okay, at the same time, FaZe Clan and BN United having a lot of action here. Okay, break. Oh, does he know that there's one for FaZe Clan? Oh no, he misses it. He doesn't know. Okay, hopefully that doesn't bite him in the back.
Oh yeah, I wish that it doesn't backfire on him. You know how complicated the buildings are when in Miramar. You have to check the corners. There's a lot of blind corners considering. So, I mean, if you don't have that much information, it's always a bad idea to push someone, from inside the building, especially if you're all alone. But anyway, what's scary? Right behind this wall. Okay, just trying to pick up information. Of course, Namcute is still trying to back up. Gosu, however, is already on his way. And if they do this correctly, they could go for a pinch and probably win this thing.
Okay, but West is waiting for it. So, he is kind of like the one to support in case anyone comes in. Okay, Gosu is closest now, but they could with Namcute. Namcute 80% of health. Zai burned out by Gosu. Molly now, but Smart needs to finish the job first before he changes his focus onto the inside. West moving knocked down. Looks like Box Gaming has the upper hand now.
Alright, here we go. We can already see Gosu as well as Namcute going in for the kill. Master Smile trying to defend himself with an M16. And what did I tell you, sir? Even with just two players remaining coming from the side of Box Gaming, considering their position, that was a very good execution from these two players. I mean, they really tried to go for that pinch, and they were able to pin those players coming from Genesis Esports, acquiring the elimination points that they need.
Well, so they got 2 points. Okay. And that also means that DBD needs to get at least 8 points to catch up onto them. So DBD still with the full squad. We haven't seen them yet. Let's see if they can do so. But we go back onto Picado, the fight between BN United and FaZe Clan again. No one's disengaging yet.
Okay, so BN United, they're pretty much scattered. We've got one player who's actually on top of the roof here. Okay, getting all the information, which is necessary, of course, if you are in a battle royale. The good that you are when it comes to breaking down intel would probably work best for your team. You have that advantage. Now, FaZe Clan, on the other hand, although they are grouped together, they are in between and pretty much surrounded by the players coming from BN United. So, can't say really who has the upper hand just yet, so we'll just have to wait and see on who will get knocked down first, because that would be the momentum that we will be winning coming from any of the teams.
But the interesting part is that, oh wait a second, break! Needed down one for FaZe Clan. Okay, that could be the opening. But they have to do this fast because this area is not in the circle, so the zone will arrive onto them anytime soon. For BN United. Okay, so he sees Mela. He sees Mela. He sees MR5 behind him. But he's not taking shot yet. He knows. He sees. Okay, he sees another one. He sees Onsens. He sees all three of them.
Oh,
but
yes.
He's not pulling the trigger.
Again, good communication will probably wipe out the entirety of FaZe Clan right here. It's all up to us. Now, he waited for those two players from FaZe to actually leave Mela from that position, and that was the opening Soaz was waiting for, so that puts them in a very tight spot.
Oh yeah, what a great move there. Great call there by Soaz. But now Soaz needs backup as he is being chased down now in the building. They are just right below it, but Soaz, immediately drops down. Okay, they only heard the footsteps and Soaz will get away.
Alright, here we go. Good performance, good execution still. Their moves is very well coordinated on the side of BN United. So let's see if FaZe Clan can redeem themselves and defend themselves up against BN United. But at this point, Sir Cloud, we're just talking about two members left onto the side of FaZe Clan. They don't have the number advantage. They don't have the firepower. But what they do have is cover, from this building. So they are safe up until BN United decides to actually raid them in.
Oh, yeah, BN United. Now, they are resetting themselves, okay, getting back into positions, and Soaz with the DBS in hand, he has the UMP too. Expect him to switch up to a DBS with this kind of close corner, but he's going to start off with a UMP first, as the rest of FaZe Clan coming up onto him, but the backup on Soaz, his teammates are around. Soaz backs out, he doesn't have any first aids, he needs to lose this fight.
Yes, here we go. The attack has started, has commenced. BN United Max over here trying to do a massive spray up against FaZe Clan over here. MR5 just switched back to his UMP, trying to gather information as well. He's probably checking whether or not it's already safe to push in, gauging the situation as they should. But you know what? The Blue Reaper also is joining the game between these two teams. So they need to settle the score fast, and they really need to do it now.
Oh yeah, the pickup's happening, but FaZe Clan won't allow that space! MR5 almost got it! MR5 needs to make this fast as well, and now they are going in onto each other. Soaz taken down! Max as well, BN United eliminated FaZe Clan! Wins the fight!
Okay, alright, but here comes the problem. Okay, one player from FaZe Clan has been knocked down, and not by any player but the Blue Zone. So I do hope they have enough resources, because, well, it's going to be tough for them to get inside the zone without, any ammos, without having any enough first aids and whatnot. So, man, they have to, get a move on at this point. But 14 teams remaining, 53 players alive, and we are looking at BN United as the second team, perhaps, to be sent back to the lobby, as well as Genesis Esports.
Okay, RRQ, Garena, just next to each other. Are they going to go in for the same compound? Oh, yes, they will! But RRQ arrives first. Garena is still on the way, so they need to buy time. But this also gives Garena the opportunity to open up the flank against RRQ.
Okay, this is a good spot, for Flyboy. He can get the intel. RQ Network Code goes down. They are fighting for this small spot right here. Flyboy goes and join his team. Alpha goes in for the spray. Was able to take down a couple of players coming from Kagendra as well. Hex is cooking up that nade. Throws into Flyboy. Not sure if he will get him this time, but Flyboy, oh man, he's been burned alive.
It's not done yet. There's another team actually approaching. Oh no, a third party coming in. Okay, this will be super interesting as well. GPX wants to get some of this as well. They don't want to go down without a fight. They want to get points out of this round in hopes of survivability to the top 16. RRQ needs to defend this quickly as Mob GPX has survived.
Yes, they don't even have the time to recover just yet. But you know what? This is a big advantage, though, for more GPX. And they know this. They really know this one, and so they are really maximizing on this fact. And there you go, RRQ, as well as Kagendra, has now been eliminated.
Ooh, that was really hot and fast. RRQ managed to get 2 elimination points. I suppose for Mob GPX they managed to get 2 as well from RRQ. So that's a good starting point for Mob GPX.
And you know what? Box Gaming as well as Playbook Esports looking at that direction. So probably at any time now they will get crashed as well from that small compound. So we'll just have to wait up until this guy's already decided and it's time to acquire some more points. But for the side of Box, I don't think any push will happen considering that we're only left with just 2 players. But Morph GPX, oh man, talk about being aggressive. They are now challenging Team Infinity this time.
Oh, they're basically doing the search now, just going around for different teams to take out.
Man.
And surely will be knocked out by Rocky. That's an opening for them to go in further onto the Infinity. Oh, gets onto Beer too. And now the Infinity.
They can survive the 3rd wave because PBE looking to join this, fight between perhaps Vampire and Morph GPX. We just got some more points and they are checking out the compound whether or not it is already safe to push and go for the kill.
Well, Clue got eliminated by Morph GPX, so they are defending this well. So far, so good for them, but PBE playing with the rest of 3 members. They are still ambitious enough to try to take out this compound out of the hands of Morph GPX.
Yeah, this is the true form, or the kind of play that we would want to see coming from Morph GPX. Ryman, on the other hand, still not giving up. I mean, he has an M16 right here and looking to damage players coming from Morph GPX. As of now, nobody's getting shut down. But we can see Rage gauging the situation, getting the information as well, and probably checking what would be the best angle or what would be the best approach to take down players coming from Morph GPX.
Range is alone at this corner. I guess the rest of PBE, they're on the outer side. So if Morph GPX forces themselves onto range, then the other members of PBE can shoot them down. So Morph GPX, they're probably aware of that. That's why they are not too hasty onto going onto range.
Yes, it's going to be risky if they actually expose themselves up there in the open. So range again with a shot down. Rocky is already facing the ground and on his knees. So that brings us to just 3 active players coming from Morph GPX, and this is the opening that Playbook Esports is looking for because this now levels the fight. This is going to be a 3v3.
Okay, here we go. Morph GPX defending ground with the side. Gets one of Leon, and now PBE having the upper hand.
Okay, here we go. Playbook Esports looking to improve some more for our final stage. Okay, that's very good for this Philippine team. Overseas with a beautiful drop shot right there using a UMP. But you know what? The fight is not over because, well, we've got both here coming from Morph GPX as our last remaining player.
Majority of the teams on the left side of the circle. Let's see how far with the circle shape. Looks like not that far from those teams. So lucky enough for them. But on the south side, we got at least 3 teams close to each other. But back on the fight team of DPX as well as PBE and Bobo. Shut down with the DPX, but more DPX is out.
Nice tactical gameplay coming from Playbook Esports. 3 active players coming from Yudu Alliance. But you know what? It seems to be that it's no problem on the side of Yudu Alliance because, they are really making their presence felt and just probably saying, hey, we're over here. You want to fight?
Well, it will be interesting to see Yudo Lights go up against DVD, the players, the teams from the same region. But ARF team, eliminated number 10, despite them doing fairly well in the previous round.
Oh, yeah. I think pretty much the same thing that happened during Sandhawk match. I mean, it was a good start, coming from ARF, but unfortunately, they have been eliminated as well. But I guess that's a good news coming from the FaZe clan because they were able to rack up 6 elimination points under their belt, which is fairly a good start, for Miramar. On to the kill feed. It looks like Echo coming from DVD has been shut down.
But Echo, yes, truly eliminated now by Misery, who lost his MVP spot to Lapar. I wonder if you'll be able to recover that, but we'll need to see what happens in the grand finals as well. But for the rest of Judo Alliance, they managed to slide into the circle, invading DBD for now.
Alright, here we go. Judo Alliance still not giving up on this one. They're still trying to fire down players from DBD, considering the distance. But you know what? We've got a cloak right here using a Mini 14, so I mean, it's best to use that when you guys are in a Miramar, considering, it's very easy to control the recon, so it's the best DMR to have when you guys are in this desert Miramar. But anyway, Misery still alive coming from Prestige Evos, and I think for now at this point, they're trying to recovery. I think they were able to hit their teammate. The cancer cloud, the zone is about to hit them up, so what's going to happen this time?
Obviously, you are not a piece of this fight too, but
Go pain will love.
Experience a bit of a tumble, and oh my goodness, Prestige Evo's red phase managed to inflict a little bit of a damage, but not enough to put down any players coming from Judo line. So let's see what's going to happen. Vampire Esports, I felt like they also made a little bit of a spray, but considering the distance that they have, from this team, I don't think they will be able to hit any of the targets. But you know what? I feel like there's someone, from Judo Lines that got knocked down by Prestige Evils. It just so happens that, there's a little bit cover and there's still time to pick him up.
ooh, and I guess that means that they still maintain as a trio for now. For Vampire Esports, I guess they were shot down by Yudo Alliance. We can see Inta getting onto shrubs, and that's why one of the members actually abandoned his vehicle and got knocked down by himself. But now, revenge to Prestige Esports. Prestige Esports repositioning themselves, but because the terrain is so rough.
This very angle right here, Misery, of course.
The major point.
All right, here we go. Vampire Esports. Okay, we can see that Tony K is really not playing, so it's just a snoozy Ravenclaw look, and of course one more player coming from Vampire Esports that's actually no longer part of the team as well. So we only have 3 active members coming from Vampire. Okay, so Trump is already out. Up right behind him, so they got sandwiched in between Vampire and DBD. But you know what? Vampire Esports is still trying to survive this situation, considering they haven't recovered just yet, and DBD is really here to make it rain bullets up against Vampire. Trying his best to put down and acquire some more elimination points, and there you go, ladies and gents, Zane with for this match, Sir Cloud.
So he will secure the elimination point over the member of Boom. And it's going to be 10 elimination points already for Playboy. Wow, and plus they have the circle, someone in the middle of it. They're in a position that they can defend against the other teams.
We might see, like a Philippine domination this time around for match number 4. Who knows? They are on the roll. Good momentum so far coming from Playbook Esports. Also, I feel like they're in a good spot considering that, there's a lot of teams that they have, quite a good visual so far.
And there will be teams going to the area as well. We can see a good number of teams still on the outside. Okay, just look at the mini-map, right? There's 3 teams that will come onto Playboy Esports area, so more opportunity for them to gain elimination points.
And yes, and talk about top 5 fraggers. 3 of these players coming from Playbook Esports is part of them, with Ryman leading the pack with 4 elimination points.
Box Gaming is out now. Boom Esports out as well. We are down to the top 4 teams, ladies and gentlemen. PBA, FaZe Clan, DBD, and Boy. Now, out of all these teams, DBD is the one that's still in the bottom 4. And if they can do well this time, they could escape the bottom 4 after this round.
Okay, here we go. Playbook Esports. This is a good compound. I'm not gonna lie. Also FaZe Clan. I feel like although